Juventini. Welcome back to the All Juve Cast channel, where it's all Juve all the time. That's right. So like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's your one-stop shop for everything Juventus. I'm Alberto. I'm going to hit you with the news surrounding La Vecchia Signora to March 26th. And we're going to kick it off with Paulo Dybala's return to training since the news of Juventus not renewing his contract. Okay, there were some issues or concerns amongst Juventini about how Paulo Dybala was going to react. Some Juventini even said he shouldn't be in the lineup for the remaining games of the season due to where his head is going to be at. Allegri has zero concerns in Paulo Dybala and his professionalism. Okay, so expect Dybala to play a major role as we wind down the season. About 8 league games remaining, and we're one step into the final for the Coppa Italia. Okay, it would be a great finish to his time with Juventus to be able to add some hardware to Paulo Dybala's trophy case. So no issues and no confrontations between Max and Paulo as expected on my end. Okay, let's hope for the best and at least finish off strong and end it on some good memories. Okay, now in terms of the team and the first team, Zaccaria has recovered. He will be available for the Derby d'Italia against Inter. Okay, so Zaccaria recovered. Massive for Juventus. Now in terms of Sandro and some players contracts, Sandro is in the mix of leaving Juventus. Okay, so he will not be renewed by the club. The time will come to an end. Windal continues to be the top target. However, we cannot forget about Cherubini's desires to basically reconnect that tie to the Azzurri with Juventus. And all these names are emerging. Raspadori, Zaniolo, Berardi, Jorginho, and Emerson Palmari, of course, at the left back spot. So Windal, but Emerson Palmari is in the mix, and there have been discussions between Juventus and his entourage. I completely understand this connection to the Azzurri. We actually spoke about it quite a bit in yesterday's live. It was a great session. Great questions, points, and comments as we wrapped up what really was a pretty brutal week for Juventus and the Azzurri. More so the Azzurri as they miss out on their second straight World Cup. But still a great discussion yesterday. If you haven't checked out that live from yesterday, make sure you do. It was a beauty. But we talked about the close ties to the Azzurri and certain clubs and things that can hopefully help the Azzurri in the future. But again, right now, for Juventus, Cherubini, one of his goals, I guess, is to reestablish that connection between Juventus and the Azzurri. So we'll have to keep eyes on these Italian players leading up to the Mercato because they are all linked with Juventus. So it'll be interesting to see. However, Paolo Nomolo, which we dropped a lot of Paolo Nomolo news yesterday on the live, says that Berardi is absolutely not one of the names Juventus is going after. So there you have it. Now, last, certainly not least, amongst all this turmoil surrounding Calcio and the Azzurri and whatnot, the league continues to just want to take down its top clubs, and false accounting is what Juventus is being investigated for. Players are being interviewed, and basically it's for a payment to the players, and obviously straightforward false accounting. If Juventus is found guilty, they will be subject to paying 3 times the amount that is obviously in question to the players and their salaries. And not only that, but they are facing a points deduction. If they suffer a points deduction from this could be absolutely massive for this club and probably hurt them more so than any type of financial fine that they could be given. But again, just speaks to everything. If this comes out clean and they find nothing on Juventus, at what point do we start to fight back in terms of harassment? It's crazy. You have so many issues in Serie A, so many issues in Italy, and these teams continue to try to bridge gaps with big money-making clubs outside of Italy, and we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot. Okay, again, if this comes back clean, I expect Juve to put some type of press on this because this is absolute nonsense, okay? Let's start focusing on turning the league around and helping the Azzurri out in many different ways, not shooting down our top clubs. Again, if this comes clean, at what point do you call it harassment? That's the news for today. Can't wait to hear from all of you. Your comments have been great. Everybody that's been jumping on the lives has been fantastic. Again, if you haven't checked out yesterday's discussion, as frustrating as it was for many of us to discuss about the Azzurri crashing out, and even just our feelings on Dybala, some of these links and rumors and whatnot. It was a fantastic discussion, so make sure you check it out. I'll keep you up to date on the news as we get close to leading up to that Derby d'Italia. And for everybody that follows us, subscribes to us, if you're in Toronto and the greater Toronto area, make sure you reach out to us because we are taking over Cafe Juventus in Toronto for Juve Inter. And the boys, Lucci and Anthony, will be there live. They'll be recording with us for Match Day Live, for halftime show, the watch party, and post-match. So you can get yourself on the channel, on the show, and we'd love to meet you and hear from all of you. Okay, we're about half capacity now. Reach out to us and let's fill that baby up. They just got a huge drop from our sponsor, Striped Hearts Apparel. Check them out, stripedheartsapparel.com, for the best and latest Juve custom fan merch. And they have a massive amount of giveaways that they're going to have at that watch party. So make sure you reach out. Ciao tutti. Again, thanks for the support. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Finoallafine. Forza Juve. Ciao.